Okay, so raid battles has been pretty problematic as of late, and it's quite unfortunate because as of right now, a lot of players are spending a lot of money buying remote raid passes in order to raid Genesect, and that is of course because Genesect is the new shiny that just came into Pokemon Go. But a lot of players are facing a lot of different issues and they're not able to catch Genesect, and a lot of players are essentially wasting their passes, they're wasting their money. So this is a very dire issue that Niantic needs to address, and we're going to talk about it in today's video. Alright, let's jump right into it. How's it going, everyone? It's me, It's Count here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today I'm going to be talking about all of the different issues with raiding that players are currently facing and why I think this is a very big problem that Niantic needs to address immediately. So recently we got Genesect in raids, and of course this is the first time that Genesect was in raid battles, at least to my knowledge. And of course, a lot of players are using up a lot of their Pokecoins in order to get remote raid passes in order to raid as many of these as possible. But for an unfortunate few, there is quite a lot of issues that is preventing players from actually getting to the encounter screen, and of course that just essentially wastes their raid passes. Just left and right, you see a lot of people seeing different issues, and Niantic's response hasn't been that great. I mean, a lot of players are reporting this on social media like Reddit and Twitter, and Niantic support does respond by saying that we need to restart the game in order to get to the catch screen. But herein lies a big problem, because of course if the raid timer goes out while the raid is going on, then if you restart the game and try to go back into the raid, then you're going to be completely out of luck, because of course the raid is going to disappear, and that is going to prevent you from going to the catch screen. And the worst part of it all is that a lot of players are not getting ample compensation for this bug. A lot of players are losing dozens of remote raid passes, and they're not getting that back in return. So even though Niantic is fully aware of these issues, they're just not handling it correctly, in my opinion. Now for myself personally, I've experienced a lot of different issues when it comes to raid battles right now, and it's actually quite silly because there's just a lot of bugs that have been seemingly fixed in the past that are cropping up once again. And I'm not talking about dodge bugs per se, but a lot of different issues, like for example with different charge moves that the raid boss will commit, that it's just going to hit my second Pokemon after I dodge it on my first Pokemon, different things like that. These are issues that were in the game before, but they were fixed, and now they're back in the game. So I really don't know what's going on with the development team with Pokemon Go. I mean, of course, we're all in a lockdown right now, so I'm assuming that a lot of the resources are really tied up over at Niantic, but a lot of these issues need to stay fixed. Raid battles are a big source of revenue for Niantic, so if they really screw this up and players stop spending money on raid passes, then it's really going to hurt the game, and I really think Niantic needs to take these issues seriously, push out updates as fast as possible, push out fixes as fast as possible, in spite of all of the resources that probably are tied down. I really think they need to dedicate a lot of their resources that are currently available to fixing a lot of these different bugs, because most important of all, people are spending money on raid battles, and of course they're losing the value of their dime spent. So Niantic really needs to focus on this and get a lot of these issues fixed. Now, like I mentioned before, Niantic support did bring a couple of solutions that are temporary before they could fix these issues. For example, if you see your raid boss stuck after you defeat it and you're not going to the catch screen, then real quick you will need to reset the game in order to get to that catch screen. Of course, if you are remote raiding, then you need to go back to the remote raid screen and click on the remote raid. It will take you directly to the catch screen. But like I said, if the raid timer goes out out while the raid is in progress, then yeah, you're going to be out of luck and you will not be able to get to the catch screen. To be honest with you guys, a lot of these issues are just why a lot of players are really frustrated with Niantic as of late. And yeah, we do have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They do have limited resources right now because of COVID-19, but at the same time, I do think there is a certain level of responsibility that Niantic needs to show as the developers of the game. They need to communicate really well. Like, why are they not communicating about these different raid issues? And I honestly think some sort of compensation is in order. Maybe they could give everyone 1,000 Pokecoins or 3 free remote raid passes, something like that, in order to put themselves back into the good graces of the community, because that's been the #1 issue with Niantic right now. It just seems like they've been making a lot of different mistakes, they've been having a lot of different follies, and the community has not been responding well. I mean, the sentiment around Pokemon Go has been a mixed bag. They've been doing a lot of good things on top of all of these bad things, but overall the community just seems to be fed up with a lot of these different issues, and I really think Niantic needs to respond correctly. Again, maybe they just have to push out a really good update that will get players hyped, like with Mega Evolutions. I think that's definitely going to draw a lot of hype to Pokemon Go, but at the same time, there's just a lot of different problems that Niantic needs to address as well, and I really think these need to take high priority over some new features. But I know some players will disagree with me on that, but when it comes to the community sentiment, I really think there's just a lot of ground that Niantic needs to make up. Having old bugs return to raid battles, having new bugs that prevent you from catching the Pokemon and essentially wiping out the value of the raid pass, these are some of the issues that Niantic needs to address immediately, and they need to rebuild the trust with the community by communicating about these issues. I mean, if Niantic were to communicate to us that they were at least aware of the issues and that they're working on it, that would go a long way. But Niantic has been radio silent with this, aside from Niantic support trying to put out a lot of these fires without any kind of success. So yeah, I really hope Niantic gets their act together and they fix a lot of these issues. I really have faith that they will. I just really hope that, you know, the community just gives them a little bit of slack. Obviously, with the quarantine and the stay-at-home orders that are going on over at Niantic, I'm pretty sure that resources are really tied down, and issues like these will happen, but at the same time, I really think Niantic needs to do a better job of communicating to their community that they're aware of these issues, and they need to work diligently to get a lot of these issues resolved, because the community is essentially fed up. There's just been a lot of different issues this year, and I really think Niantic needs to respond. But yeah, these are just my thoughts and opinions. Have you been struggling with a lot of different issues with raid battles? I would love to know in the comment section below. Just leave your thoughts down below. I would love to know what the community is thinking when it comes to Niantic. But that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, everyone. And yeah, I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, and I'll catch you all later.